Hey, what is up, you guys? This is JP representing jpfitnesspro.com. If you guys want one-on-one training, online training, small group training, or nutrition meal plans, please head on over to my website. Again, that's jpfitnesspro.com. Today's video is specifically going to be about lat pull downs and pull-ups. The topic today is going to be about pain in the shoulder or the wrist. Now, what typically happens is someone just starting out or someone maybe wanted to target a specific muscle group may automatically default to a palm supinated or a chin-up variation of the pull-up or the pull down, like a lat pull down. So it'd be like a reverse grip lat pull down or a chin-up. While I think this is a good exercise, and I think that it's actually easier for beginners because, again, you're going to get more bicep recruitment during this, and typically anyone who does a pull-up or a chin-up, the chin-up is just going to be easier for them. The problem that sometimes this may cause pain in certain individuals. You might not have any prior injury history, one, and it still might happen, or two, you may have had a prior injury in the shoulder or the wrist. But again, this can happen with someone who has no injury history. So if you are having pain when you do a chin-up, I'm going to tell you the specific reason why is that certain people lack external range of motion mobility, so that when they do a chin-up, it's not as, it's going to cause pain on their shoulder. Or sometimes people lack like supination mobility, so they can't fully supinate without some type of pain. So what happens is if we're standing straight up like this, for me to do a chin-up, I actually have to externally rotate the shoulder to a good extent to be able to grab the bar or grab like a bar for a chin-up or for a lat pull-down. So if you stand here and then you rotate, you externally rotate, there's going to be a point where you feel like you have to forcefully externally rotate to keep your hands there. If you just kind of let go, your hands kind of default in. Now, if they default in too much, that could just be due to tight like internal rotators in chest. But even with someone with good posture, you're never going to default to like this. Again, that's just not how, even with someone with good posture, it's not going to have their arms externally rotated when they're standing. So what happens is if you lack shoulder mobility and you're doing a chin-up, and you're having pain in your shoulder, again, that just might be too large of a range of motion for you to do under load. So again, instead of having to widely externally rotate to be able to grab the bar, I recommend two different exercise variations, and that would be the neutral grip pull down or pull up. Again, some gyms have like a neutral grip, just like this. Again, you don't have to externally rotate as much. You just externally rotate to neutral, so your palms are facing each other, and that's going to help it's going to require a lot less mobility on your end to be able to get a good grip on the bar, or if you're doing like a pull-up or chin-up, or if you're doing a lat pull-down, a reverse grip. So again, I recommend a neutral grip. Or if you don't have a neutral grip at your gym, I just recommend doing like a standard width actual pull-down. Don't do a reverse grip. So just have hands over. Just have this pronated grip on the pull-up bar or the lat pull-down that you're doing. So just don't do chin-ups, do pull-ups, and don't do reverse grip, do hands over grip or pronated grip on the bar. Again, this is going to feel a lot easier to do in the sense of mobility. Now, it might be more difficult for you. Chin-up or pull-ups might be more difficult for you in the sense of effort. But again, I'd rather you do something harder in effort than and find ways to make that easier than you try to forcefully externally rotate your shoulder when you might not have the mobility to do so. Again, even if you experiment this with yourself, if you come down, externally rotate, you're going to find that you have to kind of like under load, that your hands don't want to stay in this externally rotated position, that when you come down and you do an overhand grip, you're going to feel like, okay, this feels a lot more natural. It feels a lot more normal. It doesn't feel like I have to forcefully maintain a certain position with my shoulder. So again, I recommend you try it. Try a neutral grip. Try externally rotated arm position with a reverse grip or chin up, or try just hands pronated standard pull-up variation. And you're gonna know what I'm talking about. So again, this video is specifically for people who have shoulder pain or wrist pain, during these movements, or if you have prior injury. And I know this for firsthand because I've actually injured my wrist before lowering the weight on a landmine press. I know I was a dumbass, but I was doing a landmine press and I tried to set the bar down, and I didn't do it with as good enough form as I should have, and I ended up hurting my wrist. And any single time I would do a supinated grip pull down of any sort, chin up with a bar, reverse grip pull downs, it would terribly hurt my wrist, like badly. I just couldn't even do it. While neutral grips and pronated grips actually didn't hurt at all. So I know firsthand that this small change helps. So again, just watch that that grip handle. Again, if you have those shoulder problems or wrist problems, I recommend you do a neutral grip or a pronated grip over a reverse grip or a supinated grip. If you guys have any questions, comments, please post them down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.